Rasheed Wallace was recently on Gil's podcast, and this is coming from the all-time leader in technical fouls. Rasheed Wallace exposes the NBA's most corrupt refs.
I want to get your thoughts on this, though. The CP3 Scott Foster beef has been well documented throughout the years. What do you think about that CP3 and Scott Foster situation, and should Foster be allowed to officiate any more CP3 games?
I don't think he should, because that's bad for business, number one. But number two, I didn't hear until the other day through some friends the reason why that beef is a beef. And I gotta say, for that, I'm on the side of Chris Paul. I will beat your motherfucking ass. Because now you're taking it beyond basketball. It didn't happen on the court. It was some shit that happened off the court. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show last week because we'd interviewed CP3 a few years ago. And after the interview, he kind of told us a little bit about what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we sat on it out of respect. He brought it up, so we just wanted to be able to help.
Oh, okay, yeah. Again.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I ain't the type to say names where I heard it, where it came from, this and that, but yeah, I'm with CP3 on that. Nigga, you talk shit about my motherfucking kid, it's on.
Yeah. I forgot what clip we were watching last stream chat, but for those who don't know, Chris Paul essentially said the beef started because one game, after the game, I think Scott Foster was trying to go back to his like the ref lockers or whatever, and he might have been like in like one of those golf carts type shit, but essentially Chris Paul's kid was in the way, cussed out Chris Paul's kid, get the fuck out the way, you fucking, and like just snapped on the kid. And Chris Paul ever since has been, on some fuck Scott Foster type of timing, because you disrespected the fuck out of my kid. And I ain't gonna lie, if I was in the same position, I would do the same shit. You're not about to sit here and cuss out my 3-4-year-old child. Fuck you. And I guess Scott Foster ever since has just stood on business. If it's fuck me, it's fuck you too. And the records show that, Chris Paul barely wins when Scott Foster is reffing games. So
I wish I had a loose ball going your way out of bounds on everything, nigga. Wipe out. You know how the coaches and the flag holders, the first down holders be getting wiped out in football?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody got took out yesterday game towards ACL?
Yes, I would do the same. And listen, I know I have this moniker of being the non-confrontational dude. But yeah, surprise, I do have lines as well. I don't listen. And I don't even have a child yet. But I'm assuming if I had a child and you cussed out my child, it's fuck you forever. It's fuck you forever. No cap.
With the Bear towards ACL yesterday, absolutely.
The one thing about the Chris Paul and Scott Foster thing that really should be considered by the NBA is it started off with him telling Chris Paul inside the game that, hey, you've never won a playoff game.
Big Mars in the building? Oh, shout out to Andrew for the gifted to Big Mars in the building. British BSOLZ in the building. Type shit, man. Shout to Mars, man. Oh, shit.
With me reffing, that was the first thing he said to him. Like, one, as a rep, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah.
Because I'm following, because it's a money game for me.
But that's what I'm saying, the fact that is even out there. Like, there's no point, that's what I said, there's no point in the NBA even trying to hide it. Just, he's not allowed to do these games and let people start tracking that shit. We don't give a fuck at that point, but the fact that every time he's on the game, we already know it's gonna be cheated. There's no way you can stop it. Because if he does make calls for CP, he's cheating. Because he don't want to look like he's not making any calls for CP, so you're cheating. If you don't make no calls for CP, you're cheating. Right? So you lose with this man.
Either way.
Yeah, either way. So it's easy to just not
do, damned if you don't.
Get him off all CP games moving forward. There's only going to be a couple more years. We don't know,
But let me just play devil's advocate for the league, and I don't support this opinion, but I just want to say it. Whenever it gets announced that Scott Foster's officiating the CP3 game, I would be curious to see what that viewership looks like, because I know on social everybody's now excited about watching that game.
Man, fuck the viewership. What's the bet line?
That's crazy that's even like a thing, bro. Like, what? Ain't nobody going to a game to see Scott Foster, bro. What?
Fuck the viewership. What's the bet line like?
I can tell you what the bet line like.
That's good, because that's the biggest thing. Like,
Yes.
shit.
Now that's
The bet line is going for Foster.
absolutely.
No, for sure.
If it's
Like they playing one-on-one.
No. If it's let's say Golden State, if it's Golden State, let's say -8, whoever the other team is, they're gonna take that plus.
Right.
They're gonna take the plus.
Oh my God! Shout out to Cardiac for the prime sub for the 3 months. Big Cardi in the building. All right, hold on. Let me move that goalpost, y'all. Let me move that goalpost now. Hold on. Let me move this shit to chat. What we going to? 20? Can I bump it all the way to 24 on some Kobe shit? On some Kobe shit. Let me bump it up to 24, man. I got trust in y'all. Man. Let's go to 24. Man. Just a reminder, at 30, we'll be playing video games after the next stream if we get to 30. But all right, let's go back.
Even if it's involved.
If it's Golden State +8, right? Or let's say Milwaukee -5, you go with Milwaukee -5 because Scott Foster holds a -10, 11.5 against Chris Paul. I know because I bet.
But the way the Warriors are playing now, you just do that.
Shit. Right, if it's -5, Scott Foster, shit, I'm taking it.
My bad. And that goes back to the thing where shouldn't be announced.
No, it
shouldn't know beforehand. Mm-hmm. They should know the referees before the game. Just show the fuck up and call you there. But my thing is, so when the whole Donaghy thing going down, right? Wasn't he calling Scott Foster after every game?
I think more than 100
He wasn't the
calls.
only
Right?
one.
According to the Whistleblower podcast.
Let's be honest here, man.
It was a lone wolf, Kmart.
Like,
He was the only
guy. They
Stop, my dude.
come on, man. Come on, man. Let's be
Tim,
that's the
Tim was the only one to.
Oh shit! Shout out to Persian for the 2 gifties. Big Persian in the building. Listen, I've had this take before, man, and I'll say it again. I think the NBA is rigged. I think the NBA is rigged to a degree. It's just fine. It doesn't take away from my experience. I just feel like this is a $1 billion industry. This is a $1 billion company. And I feel like this idea that they just leave everything up to chance, not the case. I think this is a league that controls what they can control. Doesn't necessarily mean that they control everything. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're telling LeBron, hey, LeBron, hit that under today. Hey, LeBron, you're going to win the championship this year, buddy. All right? I don't think that's the case. But I think they control what they can control to just lean the odds for certain outcomes to happen. I think that's all they do. In the game, I think the easiest way to do that is through the referees. I don't know how exactly they do it, but this is just conspiracy souls in the building. I think they tell the referees to referee the game in a certain way. And we've seen this before. Referees can't control the pace of the game. One game they can, barely call any fouls. The other game they're calling the ticky-tacky fouls. These are the things that they can do to control the pace of the game. We all know about those calls that sometimes they call, sometimes they don't. Because there's a lot of ambiguity as to how they call it. We all know about those calls. And I think NBA referees use that fact to their favor to make certain calls. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be one of these days they're just calling the traveling rule just a little bit more than they usually do. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be one of these days where they're not gonna call that flop rule as much. There's one of these days where they are gonna call that flop rule just a little bit more. And I also just find it iffy that specifically these last 3 years, the NBA has made a concerted effort to embrace sports gambling. They have literally partnered up with sports gambling sites and brands. And listen, I don't know if y'all know how sports partnerships work or any brand deal works, but this is supposed to be mutually exclusive. These are supposed to be mutually beneficial partnerships. NBA gets a bunch of brand money, and these companies should see a return on their investment. How do they see a return on their investments? Through sports gambling? You put 2 and 2 together. You know what I'm saying? You put 2 and 2 together. I don't know. I think the draft lottery completely rigged. I will say that. The draft lottery completely rigged. Got no proof? I just think it is. Now, this is where I want to clarify what I think. Are they telling, the San Antonio Spurs specifically to pick Victor Wembanyama? No, I think that discretion right there is still up to the Spurs. Are they telling the Portland Trailblazers, or are they telling, was it the Charlotte Hornets? The Charlotte Hornets to specifically pick Brandon Miller over Scoot Henderson? I don't think they're doing that. But they're just putting these teams in certain positions to lean towards certain directions. I think that's what they're doing. Which is fine. That's just my theory on the reality. All right? Allegedly.
To expose a $1 billion business with illegal gambling. It was nobody else other than Tim Donaghy. No way.
That's
But the real story is you got to give credit to David.
What, for squashing that shit right away?
For understanding, because
this shit get out of control.
So back then, the FBI went to David.
Yeah.
Right? So the FBI went to David and said, these are the people that we're looking at.
Yeah.
These are the people we're going after. Boom, boom, boom.
Absolutely.
So, David being a businessman, just let me know, keep me informed so I can make sure everyone knows, we're going to work with you 100%.
Yeah.
So once he got this list, hey, I want everybody to just report that Donaghy got caught. Donaghy's got caught, y'all. Donaghy's got caught. So when the wire went out, Donaghy is working with the feds.
The lone wolf.
Yep. So what ends up happening is you working with him like, oh nah, you caught in call.
So now
in call. So you just allowed him to get caught by himself because now they can't tap the phones and get everybody recorded.
Well, it's the same way they did. What was that?
We all in the car
scandal in 1901 with the World Series and all of that. Red Sox, okay.
White Sox.
Same thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we all know, come on, dude. There is no one person that's gonna bring down $1 billion.
Oh, he wasn't going loud.
Business.
There's no way you can be a ref by yourself doing what you're doing.
Oh, the funny shit about it? Yeah. So during that whole time, right, after I told you I got the call when I was out in the middle of the fucking ocean, and just watching shit how it went over the next 2-3 years, one of the cheating ass refs at that time, a couple years after, he was an SEC ref. He went to college. It was like 2 or 3 of them referees that went down to college.
Absolutely did.
And all of a sudden now they in the Big Ten, SEC, and the Pac-12. I know who you are.
Seeing you on TV.
I know who you are.
That's crazy.
Just without any evidence, if we're talking to each other about who gonna give you a tech first, the fuck else we talking about? So, you know what I mean? If we're coming together to say, hey,
bet dinner tonight.
You know, let's dinner tonight. Who gonna give him a tech first?
Yeah.
If we're comfortable saying that with each other, we're not comfortable saying what the spread is, what we got on over.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest right here. Let's just keep it just real.
And it's the same
crew. It's the same crew.
Yeah. Now you got some of them guys, they want to be analysts for NBA TV, referee analysts for NBA TV, ESPN. You know, when they do the afternoon games,
Steve
the
Javy?
big games and all that
Steve
shit.
Javy?
So,
hold on.
These the same cheating ass motherfuckers too. Cause now, who retires? Like, if, you know, outside of health, who retires from a $1 billion company when I'm making 6 figures? Who retires after like 16 or 17 years? You're not a player. You ain't got no health issues. You ain't got no knee problem, no ankle problem, no back problem.
Hey, she talking that talking.
Who retires? And you become an analyst of NBA referees. You become a director of NBA referees. And man, the fuck out of here, dog.
Just in case, get these guys off them streets.
Hey, dog.
I mean, they do age too. I will say that referees age too. Who's that? Who's that one ref that used to that raced Charles Barkley? That was one of those refs where I'm like, yo, you need to hang it up, buddy. Referee. Who is that dude, bro? Dick Bavetta, bro? Yo, every time I saw Dick Bavetta ref a game, I'm like, bro, you are too old to be reffing games. You actually need to hang. This dude right here, chat, do y'all remember this dude? My goodness. Hang it up. I think he's in the Hall of Fame now, but god damn. This is crazy. I will say that, man. If you, I think low key being a referee might be one of the most stable jobs out there. If you're a good one, the NBA will always need referees. Listen, play styles come and go, but the game will always need a referee.
Man, how's the Wi-Fi doing, everybody? You know our shit about to start getting jittery in a second.
This is shit like, so I told y'all the story the other day that I got kicked out for clapping, right?
Until they implement AI refs, I don't think it would be in the NBA's best interest. I also don't think it would be in the NBA's best interest to robotically come up with a way to officiate the game. It would make the game so ass. Because if y'all think NBA players are abusing the rules now, imagine if there was a concrete binary rule set that they can abuse. Trae Young literally knows if you do this move this way, you will get a call 100% of the time instead of an 80-20 split. NBA players will abuse the fuck out of that if we ever get to that point. No cap, because at that point, it literally becomes a video game. It becomes 2K. You do this move, this reaction happens. Also, I think it'll slow the game down. If the NBA called every single call to the T by the rulebook, it'll slow the NBA game down. Because I think even when I see Kobe, rest in peace, when he was analyzing the game, he would teach, the youth certain tips about the game. He would show these little things that you could do that the referee cannot see because the game is too fast, right? But that's why it works, is because of the fact that Kobe knows certain angles. Kobe knows referees will let certain shit fly, even though it actually is a foul type shit. I'm gonna bring up that clip. Cause hold on, Kobe Bryant teaches basketball skills. Cause this shit got like a bunch of views. Yeah, this video right here. This video right here by Time.
I'm Sean Gregory from Time.com, and we are.
There is a move. He teaches how to play defense on here. Hold on. I think it's right here. I think it's right here.
Well,
mentality is
I
what-
play to
Shout
my
out Cole,
opponent's weaknesses. Okay. Obviously. So
I'm
your,
lefty.
your left hand. So I'll probably sit inside here and get this hand inside here. You know, it's a little trick for the weekend warriors over there.
Trick.
You know,
You like tricks.
Once this guy makes his move with his right hand, what you try to do is you try to pin this arm. See this arm right here? It's a strong hand. You pin this, because you know he's inevitably gonna come back to a strong hand, right? So now when he makes that move, now he can't come back. Watch, try to cross over. Uh-oh.
Cookies.
That ball pops out. That ball pops out because you pin that, you take away his strength. Right here, you get up inside of him. Uh-oh.
Yeah, out of control.
Uh-oh.
How do you do that without getting a foul call?
Huh?
How do you do that without getting a foul
So
call?
it's too fast.
That's what I'm
Too quick.
saying.
In the end,
It's
right?
too quick. You know, you're in here, you just got this guy here.
Yeah, right.
So once he goes right, now I sit in his pocket here, and now I won't let him come back. So when he comes back, he's coming right back to me, and I can steal that ball. And we're off.
Hey, you know what's crazy? That shit actually works. Back when I used to play basketball a lot, deadass, if I knew you couldn't dribble with your left, bro, I'm literally forcing you right. I'm forcing you right, and I'm just sitting in your left hand, like I'm literally pinning your shit the way Kobe did it, man. W tip. But that's what I'm saying though. When it comes to the refereeing shit, you would not want to see AI referees. It is from a business perspective, it is not in the interest of the NBA.